Okay, welcome guys. So we are into lesson 13. Okay, so today we are going to be discussing data list. We are going to be working with labels and data list. We are going to be working with table caption, and also we're going to be working with a div. Okay, so quickly let's join into our tutorial. Before going to our tutorial, we can save this and open it into our browser quickly. All right, as we open it into the browser, this is what we have. All right, this is what we have. All right, so let me close most of these things that we have here. They are all just bunch of things that shouldn't be here. All right, so as we open into the browser, this is what we have. Okay, so we're going to work in this now for our lesson 13. So quickly we head back to our code editor. In this code editor now, we have the first thing is called div, right? We say we're going to be working with div. Now this is our div, so we can write within the div and save it as well. So as we write within the div and save it, we come back and refresh our browser. We'll see that there's a div. All right, so now the div is actually a container. All right, it's actually a container, okay, that we can put multiple of elements into, and then we see our best we can start them and section them as well. So without further ado, in the advanced series, you are going to be working with div frequently, but I introduce it in this lesson so that you guys can know that it actually exists. All right, good. So I'm going to get rid of this text and work with our second thing called table caption. The last time we work with table, we did not do anything called caption, right? So for now, we're going to work on a table called car. Okay, this is the table. The table is actually called car. Table caption is almost like giving the table a title, giving the table a name. All right, okay. So after this, we're going to work with our table row as usual, tr table row, and in the table row we're going to have two table heads. We say name and the year. Let me see the year. So coming downward, we can come here and work with another table row. All right, if you don't know what I'm doing here, please take your time and find the beginner series. In the same playlist, you will find a lesson that discussing this identical table. All right, so let me get through with this quickly. So in this next row, we're going to have the name of the car and the year. So we say table data. All right, so we say the name of the car will be Volvo. All right, and what year? So create another table data and say the year is 2000. All right, so as we get across this, the next thing we're going to be doing is duplicating this and creating another vehicle within the table called car. Okay, so we have Volvo that came into our system 2000. We have a Volvo that came into our system since 2000, and we move downward. We have another car called the BMW. Okay, we have BMW. This also came in our system 2010. All right, and we have another car here called Toyota. This came to our system 2020, so we save it. All right, so as we check into our browser, we expect to see our table with the label car and having the three vehicles in it. So now we have it here. So as you see up here, there's the label of the table, and there's Volvo 2000, and there's this as well. So quickly, I'm going to add a border to the table so the table can be more visible for us. All right, so I'm going to add a single border to the table so that our table can be more visible, guys. A single border to the table. So to add border to the table, guys, quick take. So come here, we say Toyota equivalent is to just 1. All right, save it. So as we check our code now, bam, we have our table. Now this is the table. So the next thing we are going to be doing is we're going to be working with data list. All right, we're going to be working with our data list. Quickly head back to our code editor, come down here. We can stay into the div, right? We can stay in the div and work with our table, with our data list. So quickly we're going to create a label. Okay, so in the opening tag we're going to create something called for and say browser in this, because we want this to be about, let's say, cars. Okay, car. All right, and after this we'll need another thing. Okay, we have given this, we say choose your best car. Okay, we have set it into the list already. Choose your best car. And the next thing, we need area that the user can be able to choose their car from. All right, and I'm going to choose it. They will see it and they'll say this is the car they have chosen. All right, so we need an import field. We need an import field. All right, and for the import field, you're going to have a list saying car. Okay, saying cars. All right, so we'll have so many cars within this import field. And the next thing we want to name it, so we say car, the list is a car, and then the next thing we want to give it an ID. Okay, we want to connect it with the label. All right, how can we connect it with the label? The label already have this, so we say car as well for this. So as we save this, this is our result we should see. We have not done with it, but I want you guys to see where we are heading. All right, as I refresh this, you see here they say choose your best car. All right, and in here you can type some random things in here, but for now we want to get rid of the typing in here and then see how best our user can be able to select something from it. Head back to your code editor, continue our coding. All right, so right after this, the next thing we want to look at is this. We want to look at our table list, our data list rather, excuse me, our data list. All right, so for the data list now, we're going to have an IDE invoking the list from in the import section. Okay, calling the list from the import section. So the list we calling from the import section now. Don't mind my jargons, I'm trying to be very illiterate on this so that you can understand what I'm saying. So we're going to call it from there, so cars, cars as well. So this is what we have for this, and we close this, we have our data list. Good. So now within the data list we can have option for our user to select from as well. We can have various options for our user to be able to select from as well. So quickly, we'll have our first option with the first car name. We'll have our second option with the next car name. So guys, let us get to that quickly. So see option now. So we add the value of the option. We say GMC. GMC is actually a vehicle, guys. It's actually a vehicle. All right. We have GMC. All right. And for the closing tag for option here, it is not mandatory, so I'm going to get it out. All right, it's not mandatory, so I'm getting it out. So we have our next option. In here we have a value, so we can say we say TTM. All right, this is also a vehicle. All right, do not ask me if I have set in any of one of them. Okay, I don't even know, but I actually know that they are a vehicle, right? And next area we have the value here should be we say TOYATO, Toyota. I love Toyota, so I'm going to use them multiple times here. I love them a lot. I think I love Toyota a lot. So all right, So we have three different vehicles here that our user can actually come from. Okay, we have three different vehicles. So as we save our code, we're going to get back to our web browser and refresh the code. So as we refresh the code, when you come here now, instead of writing into it, you can tap into it, but it have to be options from what we have created. We have GMC, we have TTM, we have Toyota as well. So as we tap in TO, you see Toyota start to come up, right? You see there, we have this. So TO, so we say TTM, you see there. So better still, we can still come here and click here and choose what we have. Okay, and then we come here, we can choose GYC, GMC, we come here, we choose Toyota. So those things that you select, they are actually going to come in here in this place. All right, like we are seeing now. Okay, so let us add up the vehicle. Let's add up the vehicle. Let's add up the vehicle. Let's add up the vehicle. Okay, so I'm going to say another option again. Another option and say the value. Come on. The value is Asus. Okay, and then we can get rid of this. We say it is optional. We're not forced to keep it there, so we'll get rid of it. So here again we see the value. You see the value is equal to BMW. So we can save this and get back to our web browser. We have added in, so we can increase our font size so we can see what we are doing. All right, so as we increase our font size, this is what we are doing right down here. Right, so we get rid of this Toyota from here. We refresh our browser. As we come here, you see the list of them. You see the list of things here. Okay, we have Asus, we have Toyota, we have TDM, we have GMC, we have BMW as well. Okay, so if we select Asus is going to come in. So guys, thank you very much. This is our lesson 30. I hope you guys learned something new. See you guys in the next video.